As the world is boiling in chaos, diplomatic fronts are coming together to find some solution. One diplomatic front is emerging in Beijing, another one in India. This one for Global South, but the most important factor that what India can do here. Hello everyone, welcome to Vajiram and Ravi's Flash News. My name is Shubhangi Singh and in today's session we are going to talk about BRICS Foreign Ministers Meeting which is happening in our country. But the question here is that how it is going to bring Global South on the forefront and also try to address the continuous global chaos, the Iran war and so much more that is unfolding, with ensuring that the presence is not dialed down for this unit right in front of us. So when we are talking about this very news, when we are talking about BRICS Foreign Ministers Meeting which is happening in India, this is something that takes place before the BRICS summit will happen in India. But given the time where Iran war is intensifying, US and China are having a meetup in Beijing, it becomes a very important platform where not just superpowers are talking, but nations which can be actual guiding force across the globe, which is the developing bloc, what contribution that can be made can be very clearly understood. So what we are seeing as of now, that this is a preparatory meeting that is going to be setting the tone for BRICS Summit 2026, and when we are looking at it, this gives us a direct lens into that how the Global South is standing together, what India can do as a entity, partner, stakeholder, not just in this unit but across the globe, and what addressal can be given to the global supply chain stress, oil supply chain stress and other things that are unfolding. Now when we are talking about BRICS in so much detail, the first thing we need to understand here what exactly is BRICS so that everyone can understand this discussion in detail. So when we are talking about BRICS, this is a coming together of Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. One of the biggest superpowers, economic superpowers, and this was an idea to emerge as a non-Western yet not driven by ideology but economically coming together. Now in this, when we are talking about foundation of BRICS, we clearly get to see initially it was just 4 countries, that was India, China, Russia and Brazil. South Africa was later added in 2010. Gradually it has further expanded where we have Egypt, Ethiopia, United Arab Emirates, Indonesia is the latest addition, Iran and Saudi Arabia. And then there are definitely multiple partner countries which are present. BRICS cooperates on finance, health, technology, security and also business. When we look, BRICS is responsible for 42% of the global population. It represents 23% of the global GDP, and when we are talking about it is covering 30% of the world. So as an entity, BRICS represent a lot from the globe. And another important thing that you need to remember when specifically we are looking at 4 key members here, they clearly give us a representation of Global South and also the others that have been gradually added. Can you tell me the specific line which divides the Global North and Global South? What is the name of that line? Let me know in the comment section. Now when we have established BRICS, let us straight up move to understand that what is the key agenda for this foreign ministers meeting. The key agenda is definitely the Iran war, that how it has not only disrupted the supply chains but also the global diplomacy. We all have in other sessions, you can go and watch them. We have discussed Strait of Hormuz in detail and we can clearly see that this strait is responsible for 20% of global oil, 30% of LNG trade, and as of now Iran and also US has created a blockade. That means movement of goods here is limited. That means this supply chain has stopped, the prices are rising and it is going to not just affect this region but across the globe. this raises the prices of oil, this raises the prices of transportation, this raises the prices of insurance, fertilizers, and this will be gradually entering your area. This will be gradually entering your house, where your food will become costlier, where your transportation will become costlier, where the fuel that you are using will become costlier. So, inflation, and when you look at the economic level, these effects will double up as widening current account deficit, worsening balance of payment, and depleting foreign exchange reserves as well. Now, in this situation, this is what I was talking about, not just from context of India, but this is something that all the nations dependent on this strait will feel the effect of. Most importantly, which are import dependent. So, in this, if you look at the BRICS nation, we clearly get to see major stakeholders are involved as importers and also as exporters, and this situation is making difficult for both of them. If the exporters are not able to send their goods, they will not be able to earn. Their economy is going to suffer that way. And if the importers are not getting the supply, it is not only blocking the economy, it is creating many problems which I just talked about. Now, we have understood BRICS, we have understood the agenda. This is where we straight up move to understand that when we are talking about India's role, what are we considering at the table? As of now, India's role is very important to not address Iran war, because this is the platform India has. India has not been able to be a stakeholder, be the back channel, and be any kind of help in putting out the fire, because India has direct, important strategic relationship with all the parties, be it Gulf nation, be it Iran, be it Israel, be it US. In this context, we have to understand that India also maintains equally good ties with BRICS countries. So, in this context, India, the main role that they want to play is the same, and the challenge that they have is the same. The fact that they have to balance everyone out. India, very good partner with UAE, but UAE and Iran are standing against each other. Again, if you remember, Iran and UAE are at present in part of BRICS. We have Iran, we have UAE right here. So, if India has to choose sides, we don't know what side India has to pick. India has trade, defense ties with Israel. China's strategic ambitions also need to be countered, and India also needs to balance between Russia and West. So, all in this, for India to find a ground seems something very difficult, but if India is able to establish anything at all, that would be an achievement in itself. So, with the conclusion of this summit, we might be able to see that what comes at the end result of this diplomatic front. Apart from that, another key dimension that we need to understand right here is that when we are talking about this BRICS meeting happening, we also have to consider the Beijing summit, which is between US and China. I have discussed this in detail in the flash news video. You can go and watch it for the very same day, it is present there. Now, if we look at this, we get to see that China's representative, that means China's foreign minister, is not present in the BRICS meeting. US can pressure China on Iran issue. In this, what India wants to do will not matter much. China will seek greater influence in West Asia. So, our idea of countering China's presence, China's strategic influence goes down the drain as well. So, at the same time, when a diplomatic theatre is unfolding here, another one is present in Beijing. The results of both are going to show that what can be done in the world, which is moving more and more towards multipolarity, because that is the need of the hour. This competitive geopolitics are rising, not just between nations but between blocks as well, and this is a very nice example of strategic block politics. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section. And also, I have a reflection question for you, that do you think BRICS can emerge as a coherent geopolitical bloc? Because if you see the countries which are present, they have inherent contradictions within themselves. So let me know the pointers that you can add if this was a mains question. Okay, just the pointers, put it down in the comment section, and then we have a prelims practice question for you. Let me know the answer in the comment section. That was all from my side. Thank you so much.